Hello, friend over here at Blastworks, and I'm just going to write down the prompt. Since it is August 1st, I'm going to write down the prompt that Dawn gave us for this month for our Scrappy8 challenge. So like I said, it's from Dawn, and it is Scrappy8, which, yeah, I have no idea how anyone will interpret that. This could be interesting. I don't want to. I just did Scrappy8 last month with my newspaper, the asylum, how a few of us escaped. Well, we didn't escape the asylum, we just left without telling anyone. My bad. So I don't want to do anything with the actual Scrappy8 members per se. So I'm going to figure out something else that involves Scrappy8. All right, and I think everyone should just interpret it the way you feel like it, because it's all art and it's all a matter of interpretation. So there's no right or wrong. There is me messing up this outline, though. That's all right. Just a little thicker on that side. Yeah, same side too. And this is for August. And Scrappy8. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta add the shadow, which I think was the Sharpie gray, if I remember correctly. Oh, there it is. All right. Just gonna have it kind of coming down this way. Like it's just coming straight up off of there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that's done. Now I'm gonna go to my favorite spot on the couch and think about it. Because like I said, I already did the Scrappy8 here, so I don't want to do another one like that. I'll grab a piece of paper out. All right, guys, I'll be back shortly, hopefully with an idea. All right, so this is my idea. It's a boxer. It's a Scrappy8. Get it? And originally I was just going to, here I'm just doodling over it, or tracing over it, because I want it a little bit smaller than what I had originally drawn. So I'm just going a little bit smaller. But anyway, so originally I was just going to draw it onto my page and be done. But as I was falling asleep one night, I decided, ooh, what if I make it a pop-up in the book, in my journal? So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I do get it done, but it was a struggle, and it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to, but it's okay. I'll try to explain it as I go the best I can. But yeah, so right now I'm just drawing it out onto the paper, and I'm going to cut it out and go from there. But you'll see, and I'll just chime in whenever necessary. At this point, I'm not sure what color I want to make my 8. So that's why I haven't colored him in all the way. So I'm still thinking about it in my head. Now I'm going to work on the background, which is going to be the boxing ring, you know, the ropes that go around the boxing ring. So he's supposed to be like leaning up against the corner over there, is the initial intent. He's supposed to be like, "Rah," you know, like challenging the opponent, trying to scare him and all that kind of stuff. And so this is going to be the part along with him that is popping up when you open the page. So you have to have like the 2 little tabs I'm making at the bottom, because those are going to glue down to the page, one on each side of the fold. So it's going to go across the page with the center, the spine in the middle, as you see here. And then you have to, you don't just glue it straight across. You see I have to do it at an angle, like a, how do you explain? Yeah, so you don't just glue it exactly straight. You'll see. See how I have to have it like kind of like at an angle. You have to do it that way in order for it to pop up. And then you also have to have it lower on the page so that if you do it in the middle or too high up, then when you pop, it'll look fine when you pop it up. But when you close the page, like the guy, his head would be peeking out on the top. So that's why I have to make sure that it's kind of lower. The ring is lowered towards the bottom of the page. I hope that makes sense. And I should have just glued him directly onto the ropes, which was originally what I was going to do. After I colored it all in, I should have just glued him directly onto that piece right there, but I don't, and that's where my mess up started coming in, where I had to keep altering it, and he ended up not exactly how I wanted him, but it still works out in the end, barely. now I'm just using alcohol markers to color in the people in the audience, just because they're a little bit lighter than the Sharpies. Sharpies are too dark. Also, the pop-ups work better if you use like a thicker paper, but because this is in my Scrappy8 mini journal, I'm trying to keep it as thin as possible, I'm just using regular printer paper, and so it's very thin and very flimsy, which doesn't make the pop-up effect as nice as if you use something like cardstock or something a little heavier. Now see here, I should have just had them flat up against that rope. And then since the ropes are already in there, it's hard for me to get him in there. You know what I mean? Like glued directly onto it. So that was my mistake right there. Originally, he should have been higher up to where his feet aren't bent like that. But I resigned to just keep it that way because I had glued him in too much and I can't peel him off of the back now. So instead of him looking like he's threatening the other opponent, it appears that our Scrappy8 got knocked out. So now I'm changing his eyes to look kind of wonky. One eye is open and one eye is not. So I forgot I had those eye stickers and that kind of came in handy. So now instead of him standing up and growling at the opponent, it appears that our Scrappy8 got knocked out and he is now leaning against the ropes for support. All right, so now I'm just making sure everything fits pretty good. It's working, but that black area needs something. So I'm also thinking about that. And this is what I came up with. Remember these stickers? They're from my trash journal. I have found these on the floor in the storage room at work, being trampled on, so I took them. And yeah, so I'm just going to put TKO. Technical knockout, I guess, because he's still standing, but he's not doing too well. So, yeah, so this will just go in that little black area behind him, just to kind of give that little area some interest. And then I'll have to cut it in half to put it on the page so that the page will fold in easily. The sticker is pretty thick and vinyl-y. Finally, is that a word? Sounds like finally. And that is it, guys. I am done with this one. Prompt was Scrappy8, and here is my scrappy little 8 guy, which he's not so scrappy anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was frustrating, but I got it done, and I do like the end result, even though it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. But thanks for joining me, y'all. I hope y'all have a great week ahead, and I'll see y'all on the next video, all right? Love y'all. Tschüss.